Welcome back. Now, as Delhi University remains under a virtual shutdown, left-wing students are staging protests outside the Delhi police headquarters and demanding action against the ABVP and those police officers who allegedly beat up AISA students at Ramjas College yesterday. AISA has demanded that multiple FIRs be lodged into the incident. Police, meanwhile, have dismissed allegations of lathi charge, even as, of course, a senior police official has continued with negotiation efforts over the microphone and a public speaker with the students sitting on protest.
कई कंप्लेंट्स आपके ग्रुप से भी मिला है और दूसरे ग्रुप से भी मिला है, तो हम चाहेंगे कि आप हमारी इन्वेस्टिगेशन में कोऑपरेट करें और आप अपना जितने लोग कंप्लेंट्स, हर एक कंप्लेंट पे अलग अलग FIR का प्रावधान नहीं है। प्रावधान ये है कि यदि एक घटना घटती है तो हम उस पे आपकी बात पूरी सुनेंगे, आपका स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड करेंगे और उस पे जो भी कानूनी कार्रवाई होगी उस पे हम जरूर करेंगे, ये आपको मैं आश्वासन देता हूँ।
Yes, so that was SBK Singh, Special CP Law and Order of North, in fact, who was in negotiations with the students sitting on dharna outside the police headquarters at ITO. The police tried making a case that multiple FIRs can only be lodged if multiple students can come up to the police and provide enough evidence of the claims that they are making of in fact, the lathi charge that happened in Ramjas College yesterday. As Atir Khan was reporting that after that negotiation process went on for a pretty long time, students now, at least their tone is a few notches down. Their aggression is perhaps a little more calmer, but the situation still remains fragile as the students have still refused to back off and they continue to be there in ITO. Heavy police deployment also, of course, reported from out ITO to North Campus itself, where Parveena is, she has been tracking as to how the campus has been reacting today. Parveena, you know, in terms of the ABVP reactions to the AISA protest today, are they also planning further protests?
They are not planning for the protest. As of now, they did not say that they have any other protests which are on their agenda, but they, in fact, as we are talking, they are protesting inside the campus. If my camera person can just pan and show that some students are walking out, now they are marching again towards the Maurice Nagar police station. So we see that, you know, after regular intervals, few students going inside and joining the protest, and again few marching towards protest. So very peaceful environment here, much different than what we have seen yesterday. They did not say that they for no agenda to reply to the protest which is going on outside ITO for now. They say they will protest in different ways, but not the way the AISA has been doing. That's what they said. They will do it peacefully through different means. Like I said, they were displaying placards or saying different ways of how they will. In fact, we can see some boards behind me where they said we will follow the Gandhi way of protesting, but not going their way, and we are protesting the way it was done yesterday. We do not endorse what we have seen yesterday. Students are not to be, cannot get in such physical exchange what we have seen yesterday. In fact, one of the worst protests which we have seen yesterday. So ABVP and NSUI, even as we speak, are sitting inside the campus in a peaceful protest.
But you know, in terms of till when will the university sort of remain shut down, or the college, especially the classes, when can they return to normalcy? Are there any indications?
Well, today the classes, most of the classes in Delhi University are suspended just for a day. Now tomorrow is Shivratri, anyway it's a holiday, and followed by a Saturday, Sunday, which is a weekend. So 4 days continuous off, and what we expect in 4 days things to come back, of course, in normalcy. So yeah, 1 day of loss because most of the classes are suspended. We spoke to few students. They said, of course, it's a loss because in a day they miss 4 to 5 classes in this time of the year when they have exams coming ahead. It's a major loss for them. But 1 day, as of now, by what the administration and the students have confirmed, that it's a 1 day suspension of classes. Of course, Ramjas has confirmed, and many other departments have also suspended for a day. Many have come this morning but returned because we have seen huge deployment, and there was a sense of fear this morning when we came to the North Campus in front of most of the colleges. More than students, what we have seen today was Delhi police personnel. So of course they got scared when they saw this. The parents wanted their their children to to come back home, so most of them went back. Only the people who wanted to join the protest would come peacefully. Also, the police ensured today that no outsiders can join this protest. Each have to show their identity or have to show that they are part of this college and joining the protest. And every time when we asked them, they said we will ensure, not because of anything else, but there are many outsiders also, who come and study in Delhi University. Their parents are scared what's happening in the capital. So to ensure that parents are not scared and we do not spread such kind of area, we will ensure that at least nobody from Delhi University will do anything which is violent, anything which is scary, or anything which can lead to any physical exchange. That is what the Delhi University students want. They will protest, but in a peaceful manner. And after
Parveena, we are hearing all the versions of the students versus the policemen. Students saying there was lathi charge, policemen of course dismissing those charges. There were 3 journalists who also allegedly were caught in the crossfire or were beaten up. What is the broad assessment of the number of students who really got injured yesterday? What is their condition like?
We spoke to ABVP and NSUI that how many students are injured and how many are still, who are not in a situation to even speak. They said there are many students who are injured. We do not have an exact numbers, but they say we will see to it, because now that they are in a protest, that how many students are injured, and then we might file an FIR. How did things go? They are examining the videos. They are examining how things have went. For now, they want to, protest or how things have panned out yesterday. But they say at least 5 to 10 students who were injured yesterday and could not join the protest. But they are not really concentrating there. But seeing to the protest how things have happened yesterday. In that process, of course, we have seen that many students, police personnel, as well as some media, media professionals who were hurt yesterday. So that is what we have seen. We do not have the numbers, but of course they have been on. Whenever we went to them, we said we will not sit quiet, because it was for the first time such a physical exchange has happened, and so many students, professors, in fact, they while we were talking to few students this morning, they said we could not attend the English class because our English professor is also injured. So that's kind of the picture which we got from the campus and from students here in Delhi University's North Campus.
Parveena, appreciate you joining us with all those details. Keep tracking the story for India Today. Meanwhile, the man at the eye of the storm, Umar Khalid, spoke exclusively to India Today. Khalid has alleged that neither AISA nor the student community will be silenced by lynch mob politics of the ABVP. Listen in.
Umar, is this a beginning of another movement from ITO?
See, the movement never subsided. The movement has been going on for the past couple of years. Ever since this government came to power, and ever since this government has started attacking universities, from FTII to HCU to IIT Madras to JNU to now Delhi University and many other universities. The solidarity that has emerged in the last 1 year has shaken this government, has shaken the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, and in frustration they are resorting to attacks like this.
No, but what happened to the DU is that they were sloganeering, saying the Azadi for Bastar and Kashmir. How do you justify that?
See, Azadi literally means freedom. It does not mean anything more than that. And we want to be free citizens of this country. We want to live freely. We want to breathe freely. We want to live a life of dignity. If asking for that is a crime, to a life of dignity, then I don't know what kind of a society we are living in. It is actually very clear that those who talk about who are ruling our country right now, they want to take us back to the Middle Ages where the word of the king was supreme. And you could not question the government. You could not question the state institutions. But if we are living in a democracy, all these institutions are open to question. And that is what the seminar was about. It was an academic seminar. This is what universities are supposed to do. And they disrupted that seminar, and they've been doing that repeatedly. And that is the history of hooliganism. And what was witnessed yesterday when there was a peaceful protest. And once again they repeated all of that. And they attacked teachers, they attacked students, they attacked journalists. It's like a repeat telecast of what happened in Patiala.
Okay, and Atir Khan, in fact, has been tracking the students' protest. He just spoke to Umar Khalid as well. Atir, take us through the very latest. Have the students agreed to at least vacate the space outside the police headquarters now after that negotiation process?
Well, it appears that they were convinced to a great extent of what the Special Commissioner SBK Singh told them, and assured the students of an impartial inquiry, and all the grievances will be addressed. So at the moment you can see that some students are still squatting. They have come from various parts of the city, from different universities. They are from JNU, they are from DU and Jamia as well. So now, we see the traditional, the typical style of their protest with singing that is still on at the moment. Students are here, and as you can see, the police has been deployed. They're very, very closely monitoring the situation because the police does not want them to squat here for long because this place is at a very congested area. There's a heavy traffic movement. So if they stay for longer, it's going to be a traffic chaos. So the priority for the police would be to remove them from here, but they do not want to take any chances. They do not want to remove them forcibly. They are waiting for them to go on their own, but we'll have to wait and watch whether they actually go on their own or they continue to protest here.
And what about the police official, who negotiated Mr. SBK Singh? With what assurances did he finally go back?
Well, he tried his level best to assure them. You see, the students' grievances, their complaint is that there was high-handedness on the part of police, and their grievances were not addressed. There should be a separate FIR as to what they are saying, because they believe that the police was not acting impartially. That is their complaint. But the senior police officer has tried his level best to assure them that an independent inquiry will be carried out, probably by the crime branch, not the unit, not the North District where this incident happened, but an independent police unit. So that assurance was given. He also said he's open to all the other complaints the students would be having.
Okay.
So that issue has been addressed by the senior police officer, but other officers are present here to monitor the situation.
Right, of course. So we'll have to see by what time the students finally agree to kind of vacate that spot where they are protesting. Adir Khan, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast.